Hello, and welcome to a word of hope for Saturday of the fourth week of Ordinary Time when we celebrate Saint Josephine Bakhita, a great saint. I'm Father Scott here at Martin de Porres' house, but I want to tell you a wee bit about Josephine before we get to the reading, because she had been kidnapped and sold into slavery in Africa when she was 8 years old. Went through a number of masters who sold her one to the next. Some of them were kind, some beat her, one time almost to death, but all of it in slavery. And finally, her master took her to Italy. And when he had to return himself back to Africa to make some arrangements, but just a temporary thing, he left her there in Italy with the Canossian Sisters. First time she ever met Christians. She stayed with the Canossians and was just so impressed by their kindness, their love, and this God they talked about, that she said, that was the God I always felt in my heart, but never knew. And so when her master came back and tried to take her away, she refused to go. She said, I won't leave. I won't leave. Well, that started a court battle, because you have to, you're my property. No, because when she was sold into slavery originally, it was already outlawed in Africa, and slavery was never allowed in Italy. So the courts ruled her free, and she decided to join the Canossian Sisters. So she was baptized and did just that, spent decades there in Schio with the Canossian Sisters, teaching missionary sisters about Africa so they could go there. And she was just such a holy presence in the community that everyone knew she was a saint while she was still alive. So she could have been bitter, right? But no. When asked, what would she do if she ever met her enslavers? She said, even if I met the one that almost beat me to death, I would get down on the ground, kneel before him in thanksgiving. Because if it wasn't for them, I would not have ever been able to be a Christian. So our gospel, you thought I forgot about it. It's from the Gospel of Mark. And Jesus and the disciples, they have to get away. It's so crowded. So they go to get in a boat and sneak off to a quiet place. But people catch them. And so when they get there, all the people are all around. Oh. And so Jesus' heart was moved with pity for them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. What our world needs today are some more shepherds, like Josephine Bakhita. We might want to give it all up, become bitter, or just hide in some place away from everything. But the need is here and it's now. Could you be a shepherd today, like Josephine?